Hello, everyone. I chose to create an online learning resource for the honeybees. My lesson is called What's the Buzz Honeybee, and it's a lesson in why the honeybees are worth saving. The introduction for my lesson is that the lesson will help learners of any age, but it is targeting adult learners, and it will help them gain a knowledge of honeybees and deepen their understanding of the honeybees' importance in our current natural environment. It also outlines and helps create a better understanding of beekeeping as a business and the impact of bees in the natural environment. Currently, the honeybees are experiencing mass hives dying, and this process or this phenomenon has been termed colony collapse disorder, and it's impacting our honeybees across the nation. This lesson is designed to help impact colony collapse disorder and even help prevent flowerless landscapes. The goals and objectives for this lesson are the goals were to teach people to be more bee friendly because bees have a tendency to have a bad reputation, and I don't think that people always consider the impact and the overall benefit that honeybees can bring into the environment. And to teach and help people understand what colony collapse disorder is, why it's happening, and how it's impacting the honeybees, and to facilitate healthy hives by teaching adult learners or even high school, middle school children how to start a beekeeping business. And these lessons all tie in to helping conserve the natural environment for the honeybees and helping make food production sustainable. The objectives for this lesson were to help learners identify honeybees in the natural environment and recognize the members of the colony, because not every member of the colony does the same thing. Another objective is to determine if beekeeping is a good business venture for each learner individually. And an additional objective is recognizing the signs of honeybee colony infection and other signs of decline in beehive populations. One of those could be colony collapse disorder, but there are actually pests that can infect a hive and cause issues as well. The design process that my lesson utilizes to evaluate is more of a casual model. It stimulates evaluations from strongest to weakest and allows the lesson to be tweaked from there. It also utilizes a time series design because these activities are self-paced and learners can work through them at their own pace. It allows for us to gather data as each learner progresses through. Another aspect of this lesson is, in essence, a cohort style of design. Learners will work through the lessons as a type of cohort to create a community so that as they progress past the lessons, they have created a network in which they can still rely on their fellow learners for advice or just tips, and to allow them to basically create the community that they would need to continue with the lesson and to continue with the activities outside of this lesson. For my lesson demonstration, I thought it would be easiest to actually bring up the design that I've created and kind of give you an overview of the lessons and the overall design of the resource. I used Weebly as a free website and found overall for it to be an incredibly easy site to utilize. I decided that I would create the navigation screen as I would utilize the navigation or the menu to lay out my design for my lessons. Since I already went over the learning goals and learning outcomes, I'm going to go ahead and skip to lesson 1. At the end of this PowerPoint presentation, you will find the web address for the lesson. So if you'd like to go back and read through some more material, please feel free to do so. During lesson 1, we talk about honeybees as pollinators, the beekeeping as an industry, and how to help save the honeybees. Some of the lessons that I have are helping the learners identify which bee does what inside of the colony and how each type of bee impacts the overall honeybee community. In lesson 2, it talks about colony collapse disorder and kind of explains that it's a complex issue. It's not just that the bees are randomly dying, but their environment, pesticides and biocides, are affecting the way that plants grow, and because honeybees get their nutrition from plants that are treated with these pesticides, that lingering effect also is affecting the honeybees. But the monocultures that we've created in our advancement in the food industry is also creating issues for honeybees, because a lot of honeybees will be moved from site to site, and that causes stress on the hive, and they're moved from site to site as each crop no longer needs pollination. They move them to another site, and this causes can help contribute to colony collapse disorder. In this lesson, there is a why are the bees disappearing quiz. It's not timed, it is multiple choice, and it does accompany a video that outlines the answers and also creates an environment where the students are getting their information and having it reinforced simultaneously. During lesson 3, it takes students to a website to help them learn about beekeeping and whether or not it's actually a suitable hobby or a business for them. This is done with an OER and additional information off from an outside website. During lesson 4, the students have games that also reinforce some of the items that were taught in lesson 1 and just continue to build off from the lessons that came before, like CCD, which is the colony collapse disorder, and an additional video about beekeeping to continue to reinforce the information that was learned previously. I also have tied in, as you can see, a discussion forum where the students can go in, they can interact with each other, they can make contacts and continue to build their network. And then I also created an end of course survey so that way we can pull more quantitative data about what students thought of the lesson, what they felt was missing, and some of the highlights of what they have learned. Implementation of this lesson is it's a self-paced online lesson. Students get to use a computer, a smart device, and they also get in-field experience, and they build a community and a network that they can utilize at a later date. During my evaluation, I had created my online learning resource in a different program, and it really didn't work out. So from my feedback from my peers, I moved it from one format to another and really took the opportunity to work out the lesson's bugs and to find a way to deliver this information in a more fluid way, so that way students really were able to access and utilize all of the information quickly and efficiently. My reflection on the project was that at first I had started out and I had thought that I was going to create all of these lessons and just do this all from scratch, and I ended up finding that OERs are an incredibly valuable resource. They're already built. You can tweak them to your lesson, and you can really utilize them in a way that enriches the classroom for your students. As I spoke about earlier, I had created this originally in a different format and was really struggling with that, and found that the website was really the best way to deliver that information, which improved my overall outcome with the lesson and how to put that out there for the learners. I feel like the entire project really helped me utilize some growth in this, helped me facilitate my own growth and my own knowledge in online resources and how to convey that information to students in a way that is efficient and helpful. For more information on this lesson, here is the website. It is whatsthebuzzhoneybee.weebly.com. I really found this website to be super easy to work with and just a really useful resource to have. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.